Hello, video 6 days in. Well done if you've stuck with it. So in this video, we're going to use a thing, we're going to create a function, and then we're going to use a thing called apply to apply that function. So, as usual, I've imported pandas. I've loaded a data set. We're going to inspect it the way I like to every time. You don't need to do this, but I like to do this. This is my way of doing it. We're going to get into actually creating a function. And we're going to create a function using a thing called lambda, which I generally refer to as witchcraft, because for some reason when you put lambda x, then colon, then you can just say x times 2, and it happens magically. I can't fully explain it, but it does. So we've created this little function called a bit of math. So we're going to run it. So now that lives, it's a thing. And before we do our bit of maths, I'm just going to do the head of this. Oops. We are going to look at the head of this play data. So ratings and rating count. And then we are going to apply X. So X is the series that you send it. And you're going to say using lambda times X by 2. So we're going to times rating and rating count by 2. And we're going to see what we get. And no surprises, when you times 7 by 2, you get 14. And when you get 4.4 times 2, you get 8.8. Fairly simple. Functions are very powerful. They are tricky to learn how to use. Particularly sometimes lambda can be confusing to me. But it's definitely something to work out because it'll make your life a lot easier. Because you can go set up a function that you use all the time. You just create it once. And then you run it, and you can use it in other notebooks you're creating or other things that you're doing in Python with pandas, or Python in general. And it just makes life so much easier. So not only can you create functions to act with maths, you can actually do it to look at strings and data frames, which if you're doing SEO, you probably need to do. So we're going to create another type of function using lambda. It's going to be called couch string. Count string, that is, not couch string. And it's lambda x. So the data frame that we're going to feed it is x. Then the length of the string for x. And what I've done here is, because I only want to look at columns or parts of the data frames that are likely to be string, or they are string essentially, they're objects. But they might not be words. They could be like symbols and stuff like that. So I've used a method called select dtypes, and then you can put object in there. But if you're only looking for your integers, you can put that, or if you're floats, you can put that, or you can put a mixture of all of them, or not all of them, because then you're just looking at a data frame. A mixture of, maybe you just want floats and integers, or numeric. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the method apply, so .apply to count string. So we're going to take count string and say, look at all the string values in this data frame and just count them up and tell me how many there are in each column. Super quick, right? Just so fast. And there you go. So it gives you the for all the columns, right? It doesn't give you individual, it just kind of sums it up, counts them all. And that goes through. So that might be not what you needed, right? Maybe like, oh yeah, that's great to see how many are in the data frame, but maybe you just want to look at the series, right? Individual ones, you want it split by row. Then you use a function called applymap, and by default it will just give you a data frame back with the counts. So we're going to do it again. I used select dtype with object, and now we're going to use dot apply map and do count string again. There we go. That was pretty quick, considering it was counting each one individually and creating a data frame. So app name 21, description 432. So if you're wanting to do like competitor analysis, numeric competitor analysis on descriptions, like how much time should I spend in this? Like, are competitors or are people in our category spending a lot of time in bulking out their description using the full 4,000 characters? Then maybe we want to do the same, or maybe they're not doing it and maybe we want to do it. So it'll give you that information Same with app name, or like how many of our competitors or how many people in the category are using the full app name, and you can get it simply like that. The full app length character, not app name. So that is very basically how you would create a simple function, and then how you would take that function and apply it to things. Applies super useful. I mean, I've used it when doing NLP and tokenizing things. So like I've used it for a lot of things. I can't remember what exactly, but apply is extremely handy, and it's good to become well versed with it. And as well as that, getting good at creating functions, but that's just practice, practice, practice. All right, if you're enjoying the videos, support the community with liking the video, commenting. If you get any problems, leave us a comment. If you like them, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're really loving it and you think somebody will find this useful, please share it with them, because it all helps. It grows the community. We can all help each other. I can help with trickier things, and if I can't solve them, I'll find somebody that can. All right, next video 7. That's almost a week, right? That's like a week. It's almost a week now, but tomorrow will be a week. You'll have done like a week of Python, like for 30 minutes. Like you're gonna figure this out. See you on video 7. Ciao.